Let me know how you think I played this hand. Should I have just flat called? Should I have raised like I did? Let me know your thoughts. I've been thinking about it all day. I put in the poker analysis and it said I was 64%. Here. We're in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, one of the most fantastic places you'd ever want to go. You know, this is where Hugh Hefner used to come here, and he had his own other Playboy mansion over here at, it's now called Grand Geneva. This is Chase, he's the monkey man. Cash games at the local casino poker room, and this hand blew me away, and I thought it was worthwhile to put it on video as a good lesson to learn, because I did the right thing even though I did not win the hand. So here we go. At this point in the evening, you know, I sat down with $130 and I ran it up to 440. No, 540. I was up 440, and I was actually, you know, thinking about getting ready to leave and, you know, don't give it back. I'm sitting there with 540. I started with 130. It's been a great night. I had flopped a set of threes earlier and did a double knockout with that hand. That's how I got the, you know, up 440. Suddenly I get dealt 9-10 and I'm in a early position, and I just flat called at $2. Gentleman towards the end of the table made it $10, and another guy called to my right and I called. So three ways going to the flop, and I got 9-10 of clubs. Three of us going to the flop. I got 9-10 of clubs. The flop is 6-7-8 with two hearts. I flopped a 10 high straight. I flopped the best hand that could be out there. The only thing that would come in second place would be a set, which is exactly what the guy to the right of me had. And the other guy was first to act. He flopped an open-ended straight draw with the flush draw. So three of us in massive action hands. The first guy to act goes all in for 100 with the open-ended straight draw and flush draw. The guy to my right tanks and Hollywoods for a little bit, and he's got about 350 back. He eventually calls what that guy had pushed in, which was 115. So out there in the pot at this point, before it even gets to for me to act, there's $250 out there approximately. I flopped a straight. I raised it up to 300. The guy to my right snap calls. Didn't even think about it. He puts out there the rest of his 250, which surprised me in retrospect. And I eventually asked him why he did that, and he gave me no answer at all. You guessed it. The turn card comes and it pairs the board to give my neighbor a full house, eights full of sixes. He's got flopped a set of eights. The turn card is a 6 to pair the board, and my 10 high straight is suddenly no good, and I lose a massive pot. So what lessons to take from it? I would not have done anything differently. I had to re-raise him. I made it 300. He made it 100. I put him on a set right away, so I already figured out what he had. And I wasn't scared by a set. I flopped a 10 high straight. I know I have the biggest starting hand out there. The only thing I could think is if one of those players also had a 9-10 and we were tied, or maybe had 9-10 of hearts. I don't know. But I had 9-10. The board flopped 6, 7, 8. And Turn card pairs the board, and I lose the hand. And I just got up and I had to laugh about it. And I just got home, and yeah, it's frustrating, but you know what? I did the right thing. And here's the most exciting part, and I'll end this little short rant. If I had won that hand, I would have been up around $1,000 for the evening. And that's a huge goal of mine. My biggest score ever in one night's 880 at a 1-2 table. So this would have topped that on a random Monday night. It just wasn't even very busy there, and people were actually playing pretty conservative. So you just got to go for it sometimes, and I went for it. And he only had a few outs, and he hit one of them. He had to pair the board to beat me or get an 8 to get quads. So when in doubt, just you got to go for it, gamble it, and go for the gusto. You know you got the biggest starting hand. The odds are in your favor, and got to get your money in and get it in good, which is what I did, even though I lost.
That little baby's reached the age of 64. But I don't believe I'm a baby anymore.